Hey Dens. So yay, YouTube channel got kickstarted again, and when I say I'm pretty excited about that, there's a fly bothering me. So I'd better jump right in because my battery life is dire. So let's start with what I'm reading, I guess. I am a rather avid reader, but my attention span kind of sucks a little bit, and I don't know how to say this, my dedication to stories waver, so I have to read more than one book at the same time, really. That's just, but I do limit myself to 3, so I am reading 3 different books at the moment, and they are, the first one is a reread. It's Celine Dion's autobiography. I can just hear Jose giving me all that in my ear about Celine Dion, but yeah, I know. I am reading that just because it's pretty inspiring. I just find her pretty inspiring. So I like to, sponge up all of that goodness, and so I'm rereading that. Then I am reading the philosophy book, which has several contributing authors, and I'm really enjoying that just because it's a simplified, quite visual, as you could see, just a simplified run through of all the major philosophies, and it's been a long time since I've read anything philosophical or anything on philosophy. And I do rather enjoy it. And especially seeing this, I was pretty damn excited because, as some of you may know, this right here is not the most neurotypical of brains. So whenever I see anything that has a bit of a different take on, getting the information in there, I sort of jump at it if I can. So yeah, I've just started this book, pretty excited about it. And yeah, I'm sure it'll make a lot of things kind of stick more in some, different ways. And then the third book I'm reading is called The Sculptor in the Sky by Teal Scott. It's also non-fiction. She refers to herself as a luminary and, uses lots of other spiritual terms like that. And, this whole kind of ethereal, esoteric, all those topics really interest me. New age spirituality things. And yeah, she has some interesting views on things, so I'm quite enjoying her book. So anyway, that's reading. Watching, I have been watching, the Oscar Pistorius trial has just started, and yeah, as I mentioned on Dims, I am quite intrigued with that at the moment. I mean, it is just saturating the South African consciousness right now. So, and I'm very much guilty of that. I also haven't really seen a televised, murder trial, a trial of that magnitude kind of thing. So, yeah, I am finding that relatively fascinating at the moment. Then there's a show, a BBC, a British TV series that I have ranted about on Facebook recently. It's also a very recent discovery. I'm on the 2nd episode of that at the moment. It's called Last Tango in Halifax. and I'm loving everything about it. It's like a surreal, you know, romantic drama type thing. I'm telling you, the British, I mean, they have a flair for comedy, but they have a flair for their drama as well. So, and yes, I've gotten some flack for that too. You know, my affectional viewing and reading choices are really coming out here. But and I've been insinuated to be an old lady, but I love it too much to care. So there's that, and then one other very recent thing I've started watching. I'm always late with this kind of thing. Is I've just started watching the anime-esque animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender. Just watched the first episode. Loving that. Loving, you know, the sort of underlying pagan, you know, elements of it. So I'm finding that really fun and interesting at the moment. So those are things I'm watching. Hobbies, I have mainly been singing a lot. A lot. Just because, well, I've always loved singing. I've never considered myself particularly amazing at it, but I've always absolutely loved it. And but I've also kind of had this struggle with my voice for the longest time, where it's just been really, really breathy. And whenever, you know, I've wanted to just, you know, give it a little bit more power or whatever, just wouldn't. And I've had a real breakthrough with that in the last 2 weeks or so. You know, I've downloaded some of these, you know, speech level singing programs or whatever, and there has been a breakthrough, and I have been enjoying it. I have been enjoying the canarying. So I've been doing that a whole hell of a lot. That's the main thing hobby-wise. I have too many other things I want to do, and I'm also too lazy to just do hobbying all the time. So singing really has been the main thing these days. And listening to, because of the singing, I have an MP3 player, not an iPod, and it is permanently on shuffle. And I mean, I have the most ridiculous variety of music on there, but I do have these phases I go through music-wise, and right now I think I'm on a vocal phase because of the singing I've been enjoying so much. So any good female vocals. So and I like a bit of pop rock, something with a nice rock edge, or a bit of metal. So I have been listening to a lot of let's see, Evanescence, Within Temptation, Alana Grace. On the more easy listening side, there's always Vienna Ting. Anneke van Giersbergen is a Dutch singer that I really enjoy. So there are a few others, but yeah, feel free to give me recommendations. I mean, really, I'm really into that female, slightly rock vocal kind of phase right now. So that's that. I've been rambling on for quite some time, so I will see you guys again sometime soon, I hope, and I can't wait to see what you guys have been up to and have been enjoying. So, okay, Jose, you can go second.